Okay, so we got this guy's bike, scooter trash, and it's said to be a 97. Now, that's not a 97 tank, is it? And the carburetor that is on it is a Chinese carburetor, a knockoff. And who knows, what is that thing right there? What is that? They screwed up the carburetor that was on this bike when they dropped it. So they bought the Chinese knockoff and put that on. And that's how Scooter Trash bought it. And it came with this FMF muffler, which I'm not familiar with. It says 2 on it. I don't know what that is. But anyway, that's what it came with. So I loaned him my 1992 xr650L muffler for him to test it out. He put that on there, and that didn't solve the problem. He thought maybe it wasn't jetted right for the FMF.
Well, so I charged up the battery overnight and pulled it out of its hibernation in my shop and fired it up. It cranked over 3 times and started, but it wouldn't stay running.
How long's it been sitting?
You mean it just won't idle?
It won't idle. Well, full choke to get it to run. As soon as you turn off the choke, it craps out.
No matter how long you run, I mean, it's warmed up a little and still won't.
Yeah, so it ran for about a minute.
Only runs on the choke.
And I tried to...
And even then it stalls.
Right.
Okay.
So I tried to rev it up a little bit and ease the choke off. And as soon as the choke would start going 70, 60%.
Only with the choke, huh?
And the battery's a little on the weak side, so we ordered a Chinese carburetor and put it on, but it doesn't run worth a shit.
Oh, so it's got one of those on it.
Yeah.
Chinese
And you have an OEM carburetor available?
I do.
Brand new?
Yep.
Okay.
Brand new.
Well, it was put on for a couple of hours on one of these and then taken off.
Oh.
Looks like it's got a new filter back there.
Okay, so let's see what happens when you try to start it. Once again, the report is that, you know, it won't idle. It only runs with the choke on. So, I don't know how much gas is in it. I haven't looked. Let's put it on reserve. There we go. That would be reserve, I guess. And try to start it. I didn't even check the battery, but it looks like we do have some kind of power. And this is going to take 2 hands. Oh no, that stays by itself. That's good. And let's see what happens when we try to fire it. Okay, there it is. Okay, well that's full choke. Does it need that? Oh, that gas smells horrible. I can smell it. Oh, it's like varnish smelling. So that's one issue. It's got enough power to crank it over if everything was going right. And, you know, the gas in the tank didn't really smell that bad, but the level is right down at the... It's hardly got any gas. It's got gas over here, and it's barely reaching right here. And that petcock inside only has the stand tube, the brass tube sticking up. There's no filter on the thing at all, and there's no inline filter on this. I'm not sure it's getting enough gas. I think that might be the problem. One of them. Okay, so the gas in the tank smelled good, but there was hardly any in there. So I went and got gas, and I filled the tank up enough to reach the top and over the stand tube. And I tried to start it again, and I got it to fire and run as bad as it was running about 2 or 3 times longer than you saw in this video. So I got it to run a little longer, but it was very hard to keep it going, and the battery started dying. So I'm on the charger, and that's where we are right now. We'll come back to it later, but this is the start of trying to fix this bike up. So the gas in the tank's really clean, and the gas in the tank smells good. But when you're trying to start it, now you smell varnish. That's weird. You know, maybe that's in the carburetor. The whole thing is, he bought a carburetor to put on it and replace the Chinese one that had, as you heard, supposedly been mounted on a bike for an hour. Anyway, he forgot to bring that over. So obviously I need to get both carbs side by side, find out what's in them. I want my muffler back. He wanted to put that muffler on there and see if that's all it needed, but it really didn't make any difference. I want to put his FMF back on there and get it running jetted for that. So that would be my questions. What jets do I need and stuff? But we'll get into that later. As of right now, that's as far as I can get going.